Well, hello there.
Oh.
This is Gary from the Thumb of His Head podcast. Here today for another personal podcast. I'm getting in the habit of doing these things. It's a whole lot of fun. And today I'm here with a special guest. You'll find out who that is in a second. Right now, here we go.
We've been smoking forever, I can't remember being sober, I think it's been since September. Crazy smoking heavy and gnashing his embers. Rolling snakes up, I'm trying to get dismembered. Seattle, Portland, LA, Denver, we're getting high and coming together. While we smoking on the strongest stuff ever. If a brother don't believe me, he could check the percentage. He could even use the bag as a reference, cause when I said I'm smoking heavy, I meant it. Rolling in my Camry 98, my whole whip, my whole team smelling like dank. I put
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the personal podcast number 5. Oh man, we're getting into it now. So here today on a rather, let's just check and see real fast. Nice little sunny afternoon here on November 27th, 2017. Here with a special guest, sir. Please introduce yourself.
Yo, what up? It's Craig G, aka Young Craig, aka Craig from Friday. No, not really, cause I'm not Ice Cube, but you know. Yeah, your favorite local rapper, you know.
And we're here today to do ourselves just a little podcast talking about stuff that probably only we understand.
Yeah.
Because, living that Safeway life
That's
for
the
the
way-
time being,
Hell yeah, man, that's the way to do it.
Yeah, so how you been?
Oh, you know, the last few weeks have been pretty fucking killer. chilling at work, with the holidays and all that. You got Thanksgiving just totally fucking murdering the dairy department. So.
I know it all too well, man. I know it all too well. Aren't you glad that the first holiday of the two is almost over? Everything, everyone's going back to the grocery store to get their shit for all Christmas time. They got the Christmas music going, bleeding my ears.
Oh yeah. Like I think I've heard fucking Jingle Bells like 76 times in the past 2 days.
That and I'll Be Home for Christmas.
Oh, yeah,
I've
yeah.
heard that maybe 100.
Dreaming of a White Christmas. That one it's like those 3 songs on a loop with like every version that's ever been made.
Yeah, because there's only 12 Christmas songs, but there's 12,000 remixes
Exactly.
to those songs.
Yes, exactly.
I've come to realize that. I'll be putting yogurt on the shelf and I'll be like, wait a minute, they just played that song back to back.
Yeah, literally, yeah, it'll be like fucking Neil deGrasse Tyson sings I'll Be Home for Christmas, and then it's like Lady Gaga sings I'll Be Home for Christmas.
And then it's like some fucking southern guy singing about fucking Christmas time in Texas. Like, who cares? Shut up. This is Washington.
And then it's an instrumental of Frosty the Snowman.
Oh, yeah. And then actual Frosty the Snowman
Yeah,
comes
right-
out.
right after.
It's just a
Never-ending fucking cycle.
Yeah, it's an experience. So, we're here today. We're not high. Not yet.
But I mean, I get high.
Yeah, it's always a possibility. And I don't have the panel with me today, just so you know. I decided to leave them back at the office to sort their shit out. I know Ted's still in rehab, but, he keeps saying he's going to try to get out, and I keep telling him not to, because he's there for a reason. It's court-ordered.
Yeah. Dude's got issues.
Yeah, he's got issues. And apparently, it's a lot of cocaine on a school playground. So
Yeah.
I really don't understand his lifestyle, man.
Yeah, I don't know. Some people just make poor decisions. To each their own. I can't knock the lifestyle if I haven't tried it.
I'm not gonna say it's okay for like an 86-year-old man being in a school parking lot just dealing and doing all the cocaine that he's got in his life and everything. I don't condone doing that.
I don't condone it either, but if he's not like preying on the children, maybe he just needs a peaceful place to do a bump.
Apparently that's the playground, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah. Oh man, that click came up really good on the meter there.
Yeah, it does. It picks up so much weird shit.
Oh, what a day today was,
Oh, yeah.
I left 40 minutes early.
Dude, I left 10 minutes early because I got overtime yesterday, man.
I left 40 minutes early, and I got there 2 hours late.
So essentially, you're only being paid for like 6 hours of work.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, yeah, that's a sick shit, you know.
I mean, hey, you still got paid a little bit at least. It's not like you skipped out on a whole day of work.
Yeah, true. That's a big part of it for me. I want to fucking still get that paycheck. You know, that's
Yeah.
fucking the whole reason I'm there. There's no incentive to fucking help those.
What
people.
is this, a charity? I don't
Yeah,
think
no,
so.
I have no incentive to help many people. There's like a demographic that I'd really like to just give the world to, but that they're not part of it. Multi-billion-dollar corporations are not part of that demographic.
Yeah, no. So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Personal Podcast. We're going to take a little bit of a music break here to enjoy a wonderful tune that Craig has to play for us.
Yeah, this will be I mean, I could totally introduce it. I mean, that's your thing. I don't want to
Go
take that
for it,
from you.
man. Go for it.
So this will be a song by a wonderful local band. Shout out to T-Stone and Annihilate. Shout out to Chase Anderson for the permissions to this music today.
It's much appreciated.
Oh yeah, definitely appreciated. This stuff is some crazy good stuff. Like for completely original music, this stuff blows my mind. Like for the fact that it's modern, it has so much soul and and it just dips into the classic Seattle feel. I feel like so well. I don't know. Just tell me what you guys think. You know, a little audience out there.
Yeah.
This would be Annihilate's Blues Man.
Got my mind on the road. I've been told there's no place like home. Wouldn't know I was thrown out, now I wander alone. Don't call out for help, don't ever phone, but ask me how it goes and I'll tell you I'm gold. Cause whenever life seems hard, I know what to do. I step up my guitar and I play the blues. Play a little blues, sing a little blues. The times I've tried and the trains I've hopped to where the sun don't shine and the rain don't stop. Now tell me, what do you do when your cat's got 3 legs but your dog's got 2? Me too. I'll meet you out in the zoo, cause we're all in the cage and we ain't got no room. But when I hear the blues, bada bing, bada boom. Now tell me, where do you run when the clouds have the knives and the pigs have the guns? When the strings got your life, you could die with a tug. When it's just
Ladies and gentlemen, we're back here on the Personal Podcast. Number 5. Oh man, gonna have to make this its own little mini series. Anyways, welcome back here today, talking to my good friend Craig.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a pretty cool guy. I work with him and everything. You know, it's been a good run. I could say.
You know, yeah. I mean, I can't say as an employer that Safeway is not they're not generally bad to me, you know, but it's not like they really throw you a bone ever. You know? They're never gonna do you a favor.
Yeah, it's like the whole checking situation with me. It's like, yeah, we can pay you more as long as you do like 10 times more work.
Yeah.
And then you get paid more over a period of time. I don't know, man. It's pretty hectic, and trying to balance that and the Thumb of Its Head podcast, man. It's been pretty crazy, man.
Yeah, I totally understand that first song here. I mean, I guess I didn't really say much about it when I introduced myself, but that first song that played in the video there, that was my song, We Get High. I mean, I understand with the whole making doing the art shit on the side. It's just it's stressful because you think like it weighs on you because like you think you're doing really good at one of them, like you start to do really good at one of them, you feel like you're slacking on the other one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
At least for me, that's generally how it feels. I mean, well, that's the thing. I try generally not to slack at Safeway at all because I'm paid to be there, and so it's like it's hard to give my music, full attention and stuff like that, and it's hard to stay focused, I guess, a lot. I mean, that's a fucking struggle, the creative struggle,
Yeah, I kind of feel the same way about the music that I'm interested in producing, because in a way, I know I can. I've used my parents' house as a studio before.
Yeah.
And everything, but it's just like you said, trying to balance one. It's like you're trying to balance both of them, but you got to do one or the other at a time because multitasking is a lot harder than it sounds.
Well, yeah, it's like if you're using your brain that hard at work all day because you're focusing on doing your job so well, and then you come home, if you don't relax your brain when you're at home, the next time you go to work, you're going to feel spent. And then you're going to get home from work, and you're still going to feel spent. So then that's not just time for the one that you're taking away, but time for both that you're losing.
Yeah, I understand. It's like when I first started doing the Thumb and Ted podcast, I was actually unemployed at the time, so I had plenty of time on my hands, and I was trying to do school and the podcast at the same time, and it kind of fell into that category of what you were talking about because it started to affect both.
Exactly. Yeah.
And the content in the podcast was getting rather stale. From shows, I think 15 to 28, it was just a dry spell of just bullshit. Yeah. And looking back on it now, I really should have, taken a moment, settled the fuck down a little bit, and just been like, okay, let's put some show notes down. Let's do a little bit of rehearsal in my head about how the topic should go and everything.
Well, I mean, that's not all you though. Thumbum and Ted could help with that too.
Well, yeah, they could, but they're incompetent.
Yeah.
They're gonna hear this podcast, but you know what? They stupid.
Hey, I hope those snowflakes are offended now.
Oh man, Ted's probably tuning in right now, just crying his eyes out, and he wants to come back and play the music on the podcast again. Because I've been doing it so far, and every podcast he calls me and he's like, "Well, when am I gonna get to come back?" And it's like, "Well, you have a court sentence. You're gonna have to be there for another 6 months." So just deal with it.
I mean, yeah. You can't fight you can't fight anything that's court ordered, really. I mean, not with. I mean, unless you have like tons of money. That's the only way you're getting out of that.
That's something Ted does not have.
Trump. Oh no, yeah. I don't mean to get political, but we could talk about religion. No, I'm just fucking with you.
Ladies and gentlemen, Craig is playing off a joke that I've explained in earlier podcasts. It's one of the two things you do not talk about with friends, relatives, or significant others. You do not talk about politics or religion, because it will always lead to an argument, no matter who you're talking to. And if you deny it, you're lying.
It's true shit, man. I've never heard of people talking
like a constructive conversation about politics?
Or religion.
Exactly. It's like, if you get someone who is remotely religious and like actually goes to church and everything, and then you talk to someone like myself, they would not coexist.
It's like vegans compared to normal people.
It's like
they're like, but also I'm vegan at the end of every sentence. they're like, and you have to know this stylistic lifestyle choice I'm making. You need to know about this, and also you should do it too. Also, because it's totally gonna help you for the future.
Also, soy, it makes your soul clean.
Oh yeah, bro, dude. You eat only soy for 2 months. You'll die.
And your hair will turn white.
Yeah, you will die. You'll be an albino and dead.
Shout out to vegans.
Shout out to vegans everywhere. Hell yeah. Shout out to Joe and Kevin and the rest of the squad mates. Carlos Cruz. We got him.
Oh yeah, everyone in the Jeff Departure community.
Well, I gotta make sure.
Committee, sorry.
Gotta make sure everybody knows that song there. That's partially produced by the Inspector. That's Joe. That's the other half of my musical duo, Two Tone. Yeah. Squad.
That's pretty cool, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah, fucking. Also, shout out to Jeff Valdez, fucking,
Yeah.
for protecting our country. And his dad took him away from us a week early, but I think we'll survive.
I know, it was so sad. I really wanted him to meet Thumb and Ted.
Yeah, that would have been a good time. At least he can listen to this one or some shit
Yeah.
over the next few days. He could probably listen to it before he ships away to the.
Yeah, I was thinking for a Jeff send-off recording, I would have Thumb and Ted telling him every way that he's affected their lives. Just to see what they would say, you know?
That would be kind of fucking great. Man.
I really want to know what Thumbum would say about that.
We should do like a next Friday, because I think next Friday is the day that he or this Friday is the day that he leaves. So we could have like everybody over, except for obviously Jeff, because he's going to be leaving earlier that day. We could have everybody over, and we could all do we could all be on the thing where we just talk about all the things that Jeff, like all the good things that Jeff did for our lives. In the short time that we experienced his presence.
Making me think more about milk. Oh, man.
Yeah, fucking A. 1% or 2%.
Each and every day, dude.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Oh, Safeway.
Ladies and gentlemen, the conversation topics between Craig and I here always fall on the topic of Safeway.
Pretty much. I mean, yeah. It's a little bit of shop talk, a little bit of vape talk, a little bit of Jeff.
You mean a lot of Jeff.
A lot of Jeff, mainly Jeff.
This is actually the Jeff personal podcast?
Yeah, I mean it's not even like we talk shit. We're just the dude's just an enigma, you know.
Yeah.
If you're listening to this, Jeff, we love you with all our hearts, man. But trust me, nobody will understand you the way that you do, man. And that
Even
makes
I
you
don't.
Smarter than the rest of us.
Oh yeah. I can definitely agree with that. That is 100% the truth.
Oh yeah.
So a little idea was bouncing around in my head on the drive over here. I wanted to get into past stories because everyone on my channel has heard a little bit of the stories that I've been through and
Okay.
everything. So shut up.
Damn fucking kids rolling past.
Jeez, this is a rough neighborhood. Those fucking toddlers. Anyways, what I wanted to talk about was in the last podcast we covered dream jobs. So that's a conversation topic I wanted to bring to you to see what you would say as a person that's in the same sort of situation that I'm in right now. See if you would differ any further from what I said I wanted to do. If I didn't get to that, I was a little drunk in the last podcast, but you know, that's beside the point.
Oh man, I would okay. So okay, well, are you asking me, would I do around like or close to the same thing you would do, or would I like? Are you asking what I would do in general?
I'm asking you as you of who you are and everything. What would you do?
My dream job would be to take Sway's place on Shade 45, the XM radio station.
Okay.
Cause that would be like the dream right there, to just interview rappers all day, talk about rap music, listen to rap music. I just like music, and I mean, being a rap artist myself, I just don't see another way to keep myself more current than to surround myself with the newest, hottest people constantly for interviews and shit like that, you know.
I bet you'd hear some very interesting stories.
Probably. I mean, I've always liked to just kind of sit and talk with people in general, just about anything, because, like, I mean, anybody that's met me and my brother know that, like, if you start talking to us about stuff, it's like we'll just talk and talk and talk about things. If it's something that we know about, it's like because we enjoy sharing experiences with people and stuff like that, and so it's like, I don't know. I mean,
Yeah, me and my brother are the same way. My brother and I have made previous podcasts before. Like, I think it was probably 2 or 3 summers ago when my brother was living in Linwood. And I would go to his house, or his apartment, I guess. I'd go to his apartment maybe 2-3 times a month. Not too often or anything, but every time he went there, he told me to bring my computer, the one we're using right now, so that we could record a quick podcast just talking about random shit.
Okay.
And some of those podcasts were fucking hilarious.
Yeah, dude. That's like that's me. Like I was telling you earlier, me and my buddies, we were thinking about, me and my brother and Joe, we were thinking about starting a podcast of our own a while back, just because we have so many conversations that it's just like people would find the shit interesting, because we delve into shit that most groups of friends, they just decide not to talk about things like that because it's like too deep or whatever. Like, people see it as like weird, but it's like I don't understand what's weird about exploring concepts and ideas that are interesting to you.
Yeah, I've tried to make podcasts like that too with my friend group, but my friend group, they're kind of closed off, I guess. They like to do their own thing, and like, it's not like we're not friends or anything. It's just they like to keep to themselves, and I've tried to do podcasts with this particular friend, the name drop that I had in the other podcast.
Okay.
And he just doesn't have any words when he's on recording at all. And I find that kind of frustrating, because it's not like this is going to be seen by millions of people.
Yeah.
And even if it is, why does that matter?
Yeah, no, that's a good point, because like the way I see it is that it's like, if there even is a chance of, viewers at all, it's like, if I have an audience, I would like for them to perceive the best version of me that they can. And so I'd rather give them a good performance, even if I'm not necessarily confident with the content I'm offering. I'd rather the performance be solid. So it's like, if I don't deliver on the content, they can at least be like, well, you know how to perform, so you need to work on your content. At least that gives me like a place to start for my next stuff, or that gives me a thought process to kind of try to implement into my future thinking.
Yeah, and I understand that. It's like you got to give the best delivery possible, at least within your own ability. And it's like you can't be fake on a podcast. I mean, you just gotta speak your mind, and just like maybe alter your language a little bit, like not just like say the word like every 3 seconds.
Exactly.
Like, of course. Damn it! Now I'm doing it.
Yeah.
You gotta stifle that down and have a good performance. So that.
Yeah, I mean, and I know I stutter quite a bit when I'm on microphone and stuff like that, when I'm being recorded. If I'm conscious of the fact that I'm being recorded, I'll stumble over myself. But I mean, I can generally get past it after a few minutes. It's just the fact that it's like you saw a second ago, I kind of will just, if I start talking about a certain point, I can go on and on and on about it, and I'll just lose track of where I'm at, and I won't sometimes I'll just completely forget to bring it around back full circle to what I was talking about and why it's related. But people are still listening, and they're like, I mean, okay. They're like, okay, yeah.
I've had little stumbles like that too, but most of mine end up with me just saying, what?
yeah. Exactly, man. Dude, fucking, yeah, like when I was doing, there was a song on one of my new projects that's coming out. It's called Stressin', and there's a part in one of the end of my verse, because it's like a 32 bar verse. It's like the very end, I do like a small talking portion that ropes into the next verse that's done by my buddy, and it basically is me just talking about what I think of people and like the way everybody goes after money. And I just kind of I did it improv like 40 times. No, I would say probably 60 times I did it. Like, I just improv'd it out until I got the one take that I was like, that's the only one that sounds natural, and I didn't like go or like him, And it's like, yeah, it's one of those things where you really got to focus on or not. And you don't necessarily you need to necessarily focus entirely just on the thing you're trying to talk about, instead of how you're speaking.
Yeah.
That's where people get tripped up. It's like that's what fucks me up when I'm trying to record is if I start to think about how I'm rapping, I stop thinking about what I'm supposed to rap, and I fuck up. And that's like a big thing that people don't think about is like they think about how they're doing something and whether or not they're doing it right so much that they don't think about the fact that they're still doing it. Like, or the fact that they need to continue to do it and they need to do all the things to prepare themselves to do it to continuously or continue to do it in the future. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's like going back to what I was saying before about the friend I was talking about. Like, what you just said makes perfect sense, and like I think that he thinks about what he sounds like too much, because it leads off to where we'd have a perfectly good conversation that would be, I don't know, like 20, 30 minutes long, and then I bring up the concept of putting it on recording, and then he clams up.
He's like,
he can't do it.
Yeah, we could do that, but
yeah, he's never the one to suggest a podcast, and I find that rather confusing because we have all these rather deep conversations like the ones that you were talking about, but when it comes to being on recording, he just doesn't want to do it because of some sort of supposed stage fright. I don't know.
I get it. I mean, it's like the feeling of like when people are looking at you is like it's different for everybody. It's like how
oh god,
we don't have
it kills me, dude.
Like because we can say stage fright feels a certain way, but for every single person, stage fright could feel different, but still bad. Like my point is like because generally it would feel like other things that are bad, but that's the only reference we would have is those other things. So we would say it feels like that, and other people would agree because that's the only reference. It's like colors. How do we know that? I'm seeing blue, like that blue. How do I know that blue is the same color to you? Because I can't use another color that's close to blue as a reference because you'll see that same color that's close to blue is close to blue. Because that's how shades and hues work. So it's so it's like you could see a full spectrum of colors, but they could look entirely switched around, or like blue could be green or whatever, like
it's fucking trippy, man.
Everything's relative. Everything's relative.
It all makes sense now.
My point is, when you're recording yourself, man, don't even worry about how you sound because nothing matters. If you watch Rick and Morty, you know the universe is fucking made up. Alright? That's paraphrasing, but come on. You get it. Man, Audacity meter's going crazy with me when I talk directly at this microphone right now. Oh yeah.
Yeah. That's super sensitive. But so that would be your dream job to interview all those rappers.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. So to bring it full circle back around, yeah. So generally, my dream job would be to be. I mean, honestly, I don't know if it generally would have to be rappers. I mean, honestly, just a radio DJ in general would be one of my like totally dream jobs. Like I would feel happy going to work every day because I could do something that I would enjoy.
Yeah, and it's like that's what you should be doing when you get your supposed dream job. You should be enjoying what you're doing and enjoy the concept of it before you get it and after.
I mean, and obviously I'm out here trying to be a rapper, but that's the thing is that ain't a dream, that's a goal job. So, that's totally different. Because, a goal or a dream is like a goal that you just don't have a plan to get to,
Yeah, man. It's tough. Ugh. But I think we should take another break here. You should hit play on that.
Oh,
Ladies and gentlemen,
play the rest of it?
Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be right back here on the Personal Podcast, number 5. Hope you're still listening, because God knows that I'm not. I'm kidding. Of course I'm listening. Here today with our wonderful guest, Craig. We'll be back in a couple of seconds. See you in a bit. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. One hell of a song, man. One hell of a song. That's pretty great.
Yeah, that shit's fire. You gotta. Hold on. Got something
Stop
in
the
my
clock.
wallet. Got something in my wallet here. All right. Totally gotta peep that website for Annihilate if you enjoyed that last song. That is ia8.band. That's it. ia8.band. The letter I, the letter A,
It'll be in the description, don't worry.
and the number 8.band. All right.
Ladies and gentlemen, make sure to check that out. Give these guys some love because they sure as hell deserve it.
Oh yeah, man, they fucking make some good quality music.
So, anyways, welcome back to the personal podcast. Talking about how you should present yourself on recording. It's actually a very productive podcast today, and I feel like we have our co-host to thank for that today. So everyone, give him a round of applause. Oh yes.
Oh, why thank you. Why thank you, guys.
Yes. Anyway, Jesus Christ.
Claps for oneself.
Oh yes.
Oh man, so what classic rock do you like, man?
Classic rock, man. Oh.
If any.
Man, there's a couple, and I could go for the stereotypes and everything, and I probably will when I tell you, but with classic rock, it's not really my main focus.
I feel it. Okay.
My main focus was doom rock.
Okay.
You know what that is?
Are you talking like Death Clock type stuff?
No, I'm talking like Stone Temple Pilots, Alice in Chains.
Okay.
Stuff like that.
I'm not like super familiar with it, but you know, I've heard this and that.
Oh yeah. They the songs you hear on the radio are just fucking killed to death, man. Like they play them way too much, and they've had so many other good songs and stuff, and that's the music that I grew up listening to and everything, and it was my dream to play the guitar because of the way that sounded, and like that early 90s kind of like rock, but not like metal or not like classic rock, but it has that grunge feel
like
to it.
almost. I mean, okay, like almost like songs like stuff, but that's by like Yellow Card and stuff would make you be like.
See now
I want
that's
to play guitar.
No, see now that is early 2000s emo rock.
See,
That's
that would
different.
make me want to play guitar too, though. That kind of
That
stuff.
makes
When I heard that.
that makes me want to sing like that.
I mean, yeah, same. Both. Like Oh yeah.
You
No,
should
it's
play
it
that
definitely
song.
be more. It definitely would be more singing.
Put it on the next break.
Yeah, we will. It would definitely be like more so sing like that with that band. But yeah, I would say like the ones that would make me want to play guitar like them would probably be Van Halen. But that was just because of the fact that they had so much like synthetic noise added to their guitars.
If I were to play the guitar like any classic rock god, it would have to be Jimi Hendrix. That motherfucker shreds. Have you heard some of his songs?
Yeah, dude. Yeah, Purple Haze and shit.
Oh,
bro.
yeah.
I know. Yeah.
He gets into it, man.
I'm not gonna say like I'm a like a classic rock fanatic or like a blues rock fanatic, but I definitely have a greater appreciation for it than like most of the people in our age group and shit like that.
Yeah.
You see my fucking walls, Pink Floyd, Beatles, Rush. I mean, oh hey, forgot to mention that this is like technically a special episode because we're in the studio right now instead of the fucking.
This is the Thumb and Ted podcast office inside of a studio. See, it can go anywhere.
Yeah, look at that mobile office.
Yeah, man.
Like fucking the show The Office when they went to the Pies and Tires Fixed also.
Yeah.
Laverne's
I remember
Pies
that.
and Tires Fixed also. There we go.
Gotta get on that bus.
Yeah.
Anyways, all that bullshit aside. So we're sitting at about 35 minutes right now.
I don't. We can keep going. We can talk about whatever. If you had anything else you wanted to specifically ask me about, or
I think we should let our listeners digest what they've heard.
yeah, no, it's been a hearty podcast. Yeah, we'll let them.
We've given our audience a lot to think about.
Yeah, maybe they'll get a second helping someday. You know, we'll see. Maybe I'll like go on Thumbum and Ted.
Oh yeah,
One of these
that's
days?
the next thing.
Yeah.
I
Talking
still
to all those
haven't
guys.
pitched it to those two. It might be a surprise.
We'll see. Yeah, I'd like to do that. Yeah. All right. Well then, I guess we're gonna see them out with some yellow card breathing right here. With that volume on mute.
Ladies and gentlemen, we'll see you next time on the Personal Podcast.
Thank you so much for having me, Gary.
No problem. Anytime. We'll see you next time. Goodbye.